Hey everyone, I am Karen Gunton and I'm so excited that you are here to join us for the Soapbox Challenge. Now, I am on a mission. I am on a mission to help people be their highest, brightest selves and to shine their light in the world. And that's why I started the Lighthouse Revolution. And one of the ways that you can do that is by igniting your mission. And this is a beautiful way to sort of bring together, what you're here to do in the world and why you want to do it and the people that you want to serve. All of that together creates your mission. And it's so empowering to be on a mission because it means that your message has meaning. It has meaning to you and it has meaning to the people that you want to touch. So what I want to do today is inspire you to start thinking about your mission, about igniting your mission by hopping up on your soapbox. And for that, I've got a soapbox challenge for you. I've got 3 ways for you to do just that, to hop up on your soapbox. Now, what does that look like in reality? Well, you could certainly bring a soapbox out to the street corner and hop up on it. But in our world, that can mean lots of different things. It can mean hopping onto social media, sharing a post, creating an image that you can share. Images are powerful. A powerful combination of a beautiful image and some powerful words will really touch people, and that's shareable. People can help you share your message. You could do a Facebook Live or a live broadcast on one of your other platforms that you love. You could do a YouTube video or a podcast. You could write a blog post or write an email to your list. There's no rules here. Pick something that already suits you, already feels comfortable, because what I'm going to get you to do is going to push your comfort zone a little bit. So you want to pick a platform, pick a strategy that you're already comfortable doing. And that's going to be your soapbox. Now, what are you going to share? Well, one of the reasons I love for people to ignite their mission is really it's about igniting your passion, igniting your purpose, igniting your why, and igniting the big vision that you have for the people that you want to serve, igniting that too, that connection with people. So a great way to think about what that is actually with a song. One of the songs I love when I'm teaching people about igniting their mission is the song Fight Song by Rachel Platten. So if you need a little bit of inspiration, go and listen to that song because that's really what I want you to do. I want you to think about what your fight song is. What is that thing that you're here to fight for? And why are you fighting for it? Why is it meaningful to you? For a mission to resonate, it has to resonate with you and it has to resonate with others. So have a think about what your fight song is. In the song, Rachel says, like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. That's what you're doing when you share your message. It's about screaming out those words that you haven't been saying. It's about taking back your life, and it's about playing your fight song because you still have some fight left in you. You have something that matters to you, and that's what we want to ignite. So that's our theme song for this challenge. If you need a little inspiration, go and have a listen to that song. And if you've got another idea of a song that really helps you to feel ignited about your mission, your vision, your passion, your purpose, do share it. I would love to know. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do now is consider some of the different ways you might hop up on that soapbox and start sharing your mission. The first one, I love this one, is to get ranty. You got to put on your ranty hat and you got to allow yourself to get fired up about something, to share that fight song and tap into your own sense of fight. And it's often easier for us to fight for other people, to fight for the little people, to fight for the people who aren't heard or aren't seen or who are discounted in some way. So this is about getting ranty. So have a think. What makes your blood boil? Like you see it, somebody's posted about it. Somebody wrote an article about it. There's an image on Facebook or Instagram. I want you to notice what makes your blood boil, because that might be the seed of your rant. What makes you want to throw punches? Like you just are like, oh, that person drives me crazy. Or I'm feeling really triggered right now. I'm feeling really annoyed because, everybody's doing this or talking about this. And don't they realize, that's where the rant can come from. Um, Maybe it's something that you've seen shared in a group. Maybe it's something you've seen on social media, a common practice that you see people doing. Maybe it's something that you yourself have done. A barrier that you hit, a mistake that you made, something that you wish, you could tell your younger self. That can be part of your rant. Something you hope that no one else has to go through what you've gone through. Or it might not even be what you've gone through. It might be something you've helped someone else go through, and you just don't want to see people have to do that anymore. Maybe it's something that breaks your heart. And these things don't have to be directly related to your business. I once wrote this ranty post about LGBTQIA rights, and I posted on my blog. And at the core, that really was about people not being allowed to shine their light in the world. And in my sharing that frustration I was feeling, that pain I was feeling, the things that were breaking my heart, it actually helped me to get closer to my own why and my purpose, because I allowed myself to get ranty about it. And in doing so, I saw that connection. The work I wanted to do in the world was still connected to this issue, because at the core, it was about people being allowed to be themselves and shine their light in the world in any way they choose. So have a think about that. What could you get ranty about? That's your first challenge, is to get ranty about something. Get angry, get fired up. Tell people what makes your blood boil and why. That's the key. You want to explore the why, and you want to explore not just what it means to you, but to other people as well. Whatever you're getting ranty about, you want someone else out there who is listening or watching to think, oh, thank God she said that. I thought I was the only one. Or, oh, it's so good to know I'm not alone. Or, oh, that's such a relief, because it shows me that there's another way. Okay, so that's number one, get ranty. Number two is about creating the shared vision. The shared vision that you have, but that other people can say, yeah, me too. I want that too, for myself or my family or my community or whatever it is. So what is that shared vision? What is that big vision, that big dream that you have? And it might even be the secret dream that lives inside, the secret idea that, if only this could happen, our world would be different, or our home would be different, or, our space that we live in could be different. So think about that, the vision that you have. Now, this could look like saying something like the wish that you have for the world. It could be something like, I have the secret dream. I want to create a world where I long to help people with. If I had my magic wand and I could wave it for just one person, this is what I would do. I hope to be the voice of, or I hope to add my voice to this niche or industry or space, because I think that this one thing really matters. So that's about your secret dream, that shared vision that you have, not just for yourself, but for the people around you, the people you want to serve and help. You might even say something like, I have this secret dream that I could do for my industry what Jamie Oliver has done for food, or what Daniel Laporte has done for desire, or what Uber did for the transportation industry, or what Airbnb did for accommodation. So you could actually take what already exists and you could say that you want to do something like that, but in this situation. So that could be a great way of sharing your shared vision, your secret dream, your vision that you have for the work you're doing in the world and the people you want to serve. So that's your second challenge. The first was to share, get ranty, get fired up, get angry, and allow yourself to really tap into that fight song. And another way that you can do that is by tapping into your dream. That's part of your fight song too, because if you have a vision of where you're going, you know what it is you're fighting for, and that's powerful. Now, the final idea I have for you, the final challenge for you to try, is not to hop on your soapbox this time, but to hop onto the TED stage. Now, the TED philosophy is about sharing ideas worth spreading. That's what they want on their TED stage. They don't want people to hop up there and say, oh, I make sustainable jewelry out of recycled materials and I'm passionate about that. That's beautiful if that's what you do, but that's not your idea worth spreading. What is? If you help moms get organized, or you help entrepreneurs with their bookkeeping, or you do people's hair, or whatever your business is, that's fantastic. And we need the services and the products and the expertise that you offer, but that's not really what you would get up on a TED stage and tell people about. So what is your idea worth spreading? And that's what I want you to do as well. Getting up on your soapbox in the way of getting up on the TED stage, and not waiting until you're on that stage, but start to share it now in those places we talked about, social media, blog, whatever. Now, maybe the TED stage doesn't really appeal to you and you think, yeah, I have no desire ever to do that anyways. There probably is something. Think back to that little secret dream. Is it being on Oprah's couch, or the equivalent of that in your mind? Is it being on the cover of a famous magazine, the Collective magazine, or O magazine, or Time magazine, or some, magazine? You don't get there by saying, I make jewelry. You get there by having an idea worth spreading, an idea that matters to other people and to yourself, and something that resonates. Maybe it's to have a viral best-selling book, like The Next Big Magic. What's the idea that you're going to share in that? Again, you're not going to talk about the product you sell in a really direct way. You wouldn't want to write a whole book that's a sales pitch. So this is you walking up and saying, instead of something like, I have this thing to sell, you're saying, I have this idea I want to tell you about. That's what being on the TED stage is about. It could be something like being on a really prestigious list. Oprah's got her Super Soul 100. What's the version of that list that you would love to be on? Or maybe some world-class event, that someone you love, holds once a year, and your chance to be part of that event. What would you be sharing? So that's your third and final challenge. So we've got get ranty, we've got shared dream. And that's, as I said, about saying, instead of something, I've got this thing to sell, you're saying, I have this dream. What is it? And then the TED Talk, sharing the idea we're spreading. Those are the three things I want you to attempt. I want you to give it a go. I want you to think about how you might share that on the platforms you're already using. Sorry about that. And I want you to think about how you might start to share those messages. And don't just do this on paper, but actually start sharing them, because it is in sharing that you discover what resonates with people. You discover what kind of words work the best. You really learn how to tap into that feeling and share it in an authentic and vulnerable way. Now, the number one challenge that people have with this exercise, when I ask them to start allowing themselves to speak up about their mission, their purpose, their why, their vision, is that most entrepreneurs think, oh, who am I to say that? I'm just, or, nobody knows me, or, oh, that might turn people off, or whatever. This is what I want you to remember. I want you to remember that this isn't about being a guru. This is not about being the expert. It's not about being the leader in your field. It's not about being Oprah or Jamie Oliver, any of those people. It's about being you and recognizing that your voice matters, and that your passion and your purpose and your gifts that you're here to share with the world matters. And it's about rising tall like a lighthouse and saying, hey, this is me. This is what I care about. And so it's about owning that and recognizing you don't have to be the guru. You don't have to be the expert. You're contributing your voice to the conversation. You're contributing your words to this bigger library of thoughts and ideas and voices and strategies and everything else. And we need you to do that. We need every single one of us to be our lighthouse shining our light, because without that, there's this little hole missing, a dark little spot where you belong. So that's one little strategy I've got for you to balance that worthiness stuff that comes up of who am I to share this message? You are you, and you are here to share your voice, to shine your light in the world, and this is your practice to start doing it. And there's one other little tip I have for you, and that is that doing this, getting on your soapbox, isn't really about being proper and professional and kind of straight-laced and quiet and small and the same as everyone else. It really is about being you and tapping into what resonates with you. And for a mission to really connect with people, it's got to resonate with you and with them, as I said. So you have to allow it to resonate with you first. Gabby Bernstein says, when you are moved by your message will move the masses. So my challenge to you with those 3 activities, getting ranty, sharing your dream, and hopping up on the TED stage and sharing your idea that matters, is to allow yourself to be moved. Now, that doesn't mean you have to get up on your soapbox and cry. I probably would cry. I cry every time I try to talk about my mission. But for you, that might mean getting really excited and hyper and like, dancing around the stage. For you, that might mean getting really curious and exploring and asking questions and being kind of like this adventurer who's trying to figure things out and the trailblazer. For you, it might mean getting angry, getting fired up, and getting that fight song on. It might mean being funny and adding some humor to the situation. So it's about tapping into your emotions. And a little tip for you is if you, write down something that you want to share on your soapbox in some way, whether it's getting ranty, sharing your big dream, or hopping up on that TED stage with your idea that matters, if it feels really comfortable and safe, when you jot your points down on the page, or, when you write your blog post and you go to hit publish, if it feels like, oh yeah, that was good, that was nice, it probably isn't moving enough. You haven't tapped into your own emotions and your own passion enough. If it doesn't feel a little bit scary, a little bit vulnerable, a little bit like, holy shit, what am I about to do here? Then you might have to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, in what way could I give myself permission to feel something a bit stronger and let that shine through? Let you shine through. That's the secret. So that's my challenge for you. That's 3 big exercises for you to work on, and a couple of mindset tips. 1, to feel worthy, and 1, to give yourself permission to be real and vulnerable and moved. And I have many more tips where that comes from, but this is a great starting point, and I hope that you'll give it a try. I hope that you'll share your message with the world, your mission with the world, by trying at least one of those 3 challenges. If you want a safe place to share your mission, the Lighthouse Revolution group, the link is down below. You are very welcome to come over there and practice. You will have at least one person who is cheering you on, and that's me. So you can use the hashtag #mymission. You can say my why, my passion, my purpose, whatever it is. Let me know you're here to share it with me. Let me know what your soapbox is and what you're here to share, and I will be there to cheer you on, because this is what my mission is, helping you shine your light in the world. I'll see you in the Lighthouse Revolution community. If you have any questions, if you want to explore your mission a bit further, don't hesitate to get in touch. You'll find me in the links below, and I'd love to hear from you. Bye.